Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Sarah Borisov, and I wanted to welcome you to our course together. For many of you, this is your second course in ELL instruction and language acquisition, but I just wanted to welcome you to our course to let you know that I am going to be sending you a video once a week. Sometimes this will just be more announcements that I want to get across to everyone as a whole, and sometimes it's going to be more discussion about the content that we're finding in the chapters within our book. This week is going to be a little bit more discussion based, as well as some examples of things as we move through the week. So I want to start by getting into our book, Sheltered Content Instruction, and wow, there is a lot going on in this chapter. Vocabulary, lingo, scenarios and situations that we may not be familiar with yet. Many of you are not in the classroom yet, and so a lot of this language is going to be new to you. But in your conversation with other educators, or if you're in a position to help identify and place ELL students, you will find these acronyms and this language used all the time. So hopefully this information, while probably a review for a lot of you from the first course, just know that this is the material that you're going to need to know as you move forward with these students. So my suggestion as you're going through this first chapter is, well, and really through the entire book, but is to really act as if you are the teacher. If you were teaching this course, you would probably tell your students to create some sort of manipulative or some sort of visual to tie everything together. So this is a tool that I created to help understand the 5 stages of second language acquisition. You can see that I have the 5 stages here on the back. It's marked 1 through 5, and then when you open up each of the tabs, it has the particular stage, what the timeline is for that particular stage, and then just a couple of notes about what's involved with it. If I was studying for a test or really wanted to make sure that I understood the content, I would create something like this and then quiz myself with it. So whether you like flashcards or you prefer handwritten notes over the content that you've read, I really encourage you to not just scan this material and feel like you've got it, but that you understand this material thoroughly, because these are really the core content and structures as you move forward with working with ELL students that you're going to need to understand. Unless you're using it every day or you yourself are immersed in the acquisition, most of us are not in the classroom yet, and so we need to make sure that we're practicing. You're going to be looking at tiered interventions. So when someone says, oh, the student is a tier 1 or a tier 3, or do you think we should place them in a tier 2? What does that mean for ELL students? You're also going to be looking at assessment and instruction. When I've worked with ELL students in the past, teachers would discuss whether a student was lacking in language, or maybe they were lacking in learning development. And as a team, we would look at student samples and we would begin to ask questions. How long has this student been in country? What is their home language? What was their learning development when they were in their home country? How well do they know their first language? So all of those pieces we know go into creating a student as a whole, and we really want to be holistic educators. We don't want to just look at one piece of a student. There are multiple components that go into the acquisitions that they have. We don't want to group students together, whether by language or skin color or anything else. We look at what you need to be successful in learning the content while also acquiring English if that's not something that the student has acquired already. We're going to be looking at the levels of language acquisition. You're going to learn all about the different programs that go into that. So someone will end up asking you, what do you think is better? Bilingual or sheltered instruction, and what do you think about both of those? And you want to be able to have an answer, even if it's not necessarily I think, and then giving your opinion about either of those different programs. You will be able to say, There's good to this program, there's bad to this program. There are pros and there are cons. This program offers this program offers that, but really to just be an expert in your area, and to show that you have knowledge about what it is that they're asking you about. The domains of language, the phonetics, the semantics, how is language acquired? How is it applied? And we know that speaking does not mean that they know how to read or write a language. Language and culture is very different. Being in the United States, we tend to really define ourselves by our language. But the United States does not even have an official language. We are one of the few countries that has not designated English as our official language. We only have laws saying that all of our information at the government level will be printed in English. So if you are a senator or within the federal government, things will not be put in multiple languages for people to read. They will be printed in English only. But no one said that English is the best or the only way. And so we really want to invite cultures and languages into our classroom. It's an incredible opportunity to be inclusive and to just respect and celebrate the students and the culture that they bring. Some of you are from other cultures, and as you answer the discussion prompts this week and really throughout the course, maybe you're one of those students that has had to learn another language, or maybe you know multiple languages. And if you do, you have my absolute utmost respect. And you are such a benefit and a gift to the education world, because you bring an experience and a perspective that not a lot of us have. So I hope you're willing to share that in our discussions. So no matter how you feel about anything going on in the world, in the messy headlines that are happening on an almost daily basis, remember that we need to look at our students with fresh eyes, and we really need to be a voice for them. We need to be asking the right questions, gathering the right data, responding appropriately with how we give instruction, how we assess, and how we support our students and their families. So I'm looking forward to learning with each of you in the coming weeks. Please join us for Zoom sessions if you are able. And if not, those sessions will be recorded so that you can watch them at a time that is convenient for you. I am available through email. I'm here to support you. I want you to be successful, but I also know that this is a lot of hard work. So congratulations in coming this far, and I can't wait to journey with you.